Hey everyone, welcome back to Twigs Change Project. This video is going to be a little different than usual. It's going to be a lot less heavily edited because for this video, I want to be real with you guys and I want to tell you a painful love-related story that happened to me about a week ago that I hope will help you guys understand why being single on Valentine's Day isn't all that bad, you know? To give you guys a bit of context on my relationship history, I've been in one actual relationship, and I've been in a couple of what a lot of people call situationships. So I'm not like a beginner in this field, but I'm also not an expert. Just know that I'm, just like you, I'm just a person trying to figure out how to live in this world. And love is just, by nature, really confusing. So all we can really do is interpret and learn. Without further ado, though, I present to you why it's okay to be single on Valentine's Day. So the story begins on an inconspicuous Monday when I'm messing around on my alt Instagram account that's specifically made to glaze my favorite NBA player, Stephon Castle. Here's his jersey. I think for y'all it's flipped, but you can read it. You don't really need to know who Stephon Castle is, just know that this is like a silly Instagram fan account that I have, right? And what ends up happening is that this random girl, who for privacy reasons we are going to refer to as Taylor Swift, she is not the real Taylor Swift. Do not get the wrong impression, guys. Please. I am by no means expressing any actual opinions about the real Taylor Swift, so let's keep chugging along. But essentially, she slides into my DMs and engages me in conversation. I have no idea who this is. But here's the thing. Attractive women don't just like come up to me and talk to me in real life. Like, I wouldn't say I'm unattractive, but I'm also not like the most attractive guy in the world, right? So the fact that this usually doesn't happen turned something on in my brain that I didn't know existed. And it made me ignore basically all of the feelings I had where like, this could be off. Something could be wrong. I didn't necessarily think like she might not be real. That was not like my first concern. More the concern was that she basically just said that I was cute when she had no idea what I looked like. That's the issue right there. It's just, the thing is, on that alt account, I don't post pictures of myself. I have a different Instagram account where I do, but she didn't know that. So I was like, okay, the only possible explanation here is that if she actually does want to, start something with me, that she thinks that appreciating Stephon Castle, wrong side, Stephon Castle is cool, and that I have good taste in basketball players. And honestly, if that were to be true, which I don't think she like explicitly said that, but she did say that she did like Stephon Castle and thought he was a really good player. So honestly, that's like a top 3 comment of that's like a top 3 compliment that I've ever received. And if you guys know anything about society, guys don't get compliments like that, So I was kind of ecstatic, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna get to know this girl who knows ball. Like, that doesn't really happen often, Girls who know ball don't grow on trees, and the ones that do don't just like slide into random people's DMs without a good reason. So I thought I thought I must have just like struck gold on the internet. What could possibly go wrong? So essentially, the first day we talked for a little bit, I went to sleep, and the next day I couldn't get her off my mind. Like, I didn't talk to her until like the evening because I'm a college student. I have stuff to do, but essentially, I was just thinking like I have an opportunity to find a real girlfriend again, an opportunity I haven't had for about 2 years at this point. And whenever that kind of drive is there, because primal instincts to reproduce or whatever, certain things we tend to overlook, right? So when I finally do talk to Taylor Swift for the day, she essentially vents that like she's been doing homework all day and like it kind of sucks. And by this point, I know that she's actually like a real person and a real college student, and that she's at least somewhat close in age with me. So that part is not an issue anymore. But when she tells me about all these things, I listen because I don't know, I like to think I'm an understanding guy. I just want to help brighten everyone's day, whether it be online or in person, just like I do for y'all. And I actually thought we were connecting on a deeper level, not just, the level of two NBA fans conversing about the sport of basketball. This is when the course of our relationship changed forever. She asked if she could tell me something important. And I told her, yeah, go ahead, this is a safe space. And what she tells me blows my mind. She says that she has an OnlyFans and that she wants to send me explicit content. Now, before you guys go into the comments section with pitchforks and torches calling me a pervert, a womanizer, anything like that, I want to tell you guys, I do not engage with that kind of content. And I know that it is psychologically very bad for you. So, obviously, at this point, I'm thinking, this is not right. I don't want to do this, But then I get basically two conflicting ideas. I could either try and steer this ship in the right direction and try to actually get her to listen to reason and just keep talking with me on regular Instagram, or if she's adamant about the OnlyFans thing, I could play along and then back out at the last minute. Now, if you guys don't know how OnlyFans works, you have to like pay for subscriptions and stuff. But I had a way out of this because of an app called Rocket Money. Not sponsored, not sponsored. So I approached the situation with curiosity, and I asked, why do you do OnlyFans? Like, what was the reason? And she says something like, oh, it makes me feel more free, or something like that. I don't remember exactly, and I don't want to show our DMs because that's private, but essentially, Taylor Swift kind of backs me into the corner of I kind of have to do my other plan. And at this point, I kind of have a hunch that I've been taken advantage of, that I've been tricked. And I don't appreciate this. I've been looking for a genuine relationship with a woman for a very long time. And as soon as a somewhat like realistic opportunity presents itself, I'm just told that, I just get the impression that she just wants to use me for money. So I wanted revenge. I wanted to scam the scammer. And that brings me to the next part of my plan, a heist. Before I talk about the heist though, I'm not super familiar with the methods of OnlyFans creators for attracting new customers, if you can even call them that. But it does seem like a reasonable strategy would be to slide into the DMs of random guys, talk to them for a bit, get them like a little bit emotionally attached, but not too much. Because then you might get too emotionally attached to them, and then you try and send them their OnlyFans and extract money. Then you try and send them your OnlyFans and you extract money out of them. I'm not saying this is a good idea, but I think this is what a lot of OnlyFans creators do. Let me know in the comments if this is common practice or not. I personally do not care that much, but I would like to know. So, in this situation, what I decide to do is I'm going to pretend to play along to whatever she wants me to do, but I'm not actually going to look at any explicit content. I'm just going to pretend like I do. Then, at the last second, I'm going to back out and tell her that she needs to get some help, or try to prevent the thing before it gets too far. I still have like this hope in the back of my mind that I can maybe turn this around because, I haven't had a girlfriend for a really long time, and it kind of hurts having to give up on Taylor Swift so early. And I know this plan does sound kind of cruel, but considering the fact that I've been played like a fiddle and I realize that this whole relationship situationship thing is a lie, I want out and I want to make her feel what I felt. And hopefully that points her in the right direction. It wasn't like the necessarily the best emotional response, but I think my intentions were for her to reconsider the OnlyFans thing. So, I don't know. It's a little bit morally gray, but this is how I felt, right? I'm not perfect. I have feelings, and if they're hurt, I will respond accordingly. So we have a quick conversation, and I do end up sending her a picture of what I look like because, spoiler alert, she still didn't know what I looked like. And the fact that she didn't further confirms the fact that she was lying about saying that I was cute. I probably should have seen the signs at first and thought this was a scam, but she actually said that I did look cute in those OnlyFans DMs. And and obviously I didn't send her anything sexual because I don't do that. And eventually she sends me a video of what I can only assume was like some kind of like erotic video. I'd probably a naked one. I didn't watch it, so I don't know, but it was basically paywalled. Like, I didn't know that this was a feature on OnlyFans where you could send people locked videos that they had to pay to unlock. But essentially, at this point, I was fully out. I knew without a shadow of a doubt I have been tricked, and I am being used for my financial resources. So I tell her at this point something like, "Did you really think I was going to fall for that? Like, I'm not paying you all that money. I know you've been using me this whole time, and I don't appreciate it. My feelings have been hurt, my pride has been hurt, and you have played me." I didn't say all of it, but I was upset. And she said something like, "Look, look, babe, like I don't know what to tell you, but if you're not going to pay me, just leave." And what I did here is I just said, "All right, I will leave. Just consider this before I go. You're never going to attract the man of your dreams if you have an OnlyFans account." Think about it this way, right? If you, no, let's just say that this girl right here, Taylor Swift, had a boyfriend already. I don't know this, but let's just say she did, and her boyfriend didn't know that she had an OnlyFans. Or even if he did, the fact that she is literally sending sexual pictures and videos of herself to other men, probably because she's straight. That's disgusting. I would consider that cheating if I was her boyfriend. I would leave her immediately. And at this moment, I also realized that all OnlyFans is like a form of online prostitution. Like this girl, Taylor Swift, she said that this was her way to make money for rent and college. And at this point, I felt so bad because this is just a form of online prostitution. That's all it is. So I block her. And I also tell her in the Instagram DMs that she needs to get some help, and I block her there. Then I get my refund, cancel my subscription, yada yada yada. And I really hope this whole thing was a wake-up call for her as well, because the psych major in me was kind of like, you know, I kind of want to help her, point her in the right direction, but also I'm not that guy. And I could never be that guy for someone who creates explicit content. That's just not who I am, you know? And I didn't do this out of bitterness or hatred. That's what I realized at the end. I did actually kind of care about this girl, and I wanted her to rethink her life. Who knows if she's gonna find her way back to me, but there's a saying that I like that goes something like, if you love someone, let them go. And if they love you back, they'll find their way back to you. So regardless of if she ever actually finds her way back to me, like that's not exactly what I'm looking for here. I'm just trying to do something for my own self-worth, and I realize that, hey, sometimes being single isn't so bad after all. Sometimes it just means you're doing yourself a favor. And until a girl, and until I meet a girl who I think actually shares all of my values and lifts me up, doesn't take advantage of me like that, I'm content remaining single. I am. And that's not something that I ever thought I would say, because I've been like a relationship hunting idiot for a very long time. Y'all viewers who know me personally know this. You know this way too well. So yeah, in my opinion, that's why it's okay to be single on Valentine's Day. I hope you found my story helpful and this video helpful. And as always, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.